It was me. It was me. It was all me. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I had my microphone off. Let's see. I guess I gotta start over. James was asking if we had a good time. We went to a place called Tumble 22. We got some dirty Mac, and then I went to Top Golf with him, and we played a little Top Golf. I was a little worried about my arm hurting. It's pretty sore right now, but it's not terrible. It could be worse. Let's see here. We got fidelity data to go through here. Ortex data, a lot of other good stuff. Let's check it out one last time for the end of the day. Off exchange, 43.31 and 13.81 were the numbers from several hours ago. The numbers now are 43.89 and 13.59. Those are really low numbers. It's only like 56, 57%. That's like nearly 7% lower than normal through the off exchange, but that could be due to the fact that we have such low volume. Taking a look at the Ortex data, as of an hour ago, or not an hour ago, but several hours ago, it was 741,000 shares having been borrowed. It's now 735. That's going to have very small impact to estimated current short share interest of the free float at 19.14. Cost to borrow is underneath 2% now at 1.96. And let's take a look at those options. At $15.50, earlier it was $16. At $15.50 now for calls. There is approximately 15.1 thousand contracts. And on the puts, highest amount of puts is at a $14.50 strike price with 5.8 thousand contracts. Almost a 3-to-1 in calls, which is signaling for like a closing price somewhere around 15 bucks. Orders by Fidelity customers, AMC and GME are not in the top 10 due to low volume. AMC moved up to 17th position. We were like in 20th or 20. We were really high up on the list earlier. Moved up to 17th. We have 78% buys to 22% sales. We have absolutely, completely 100% bought the dip. GME has finally made it onto the list here in 26th position with 82% buys to 18% sales. Looking strong. $14.15 was SSR trigger price, but has not triggered. Shares borrowed since earlier this morning. Looks like they borrowed another 100K here. Let's see, 50. Pretty sure I counted those. There's another 50, 100. So it looks like 200 more thousand shares having been borrowed, which puts us about 1.7 million shares borrowed for the day today. The fee did drop again from 1.1% back down to 1%. Currently 134.8 thousand contracts are out of the money on the calls versus 4.4 that are in the money. 32.4 thousand contracts are out of the money on the puts versus 44.3 that are in the money. The Nasdaq is down 5.44%, Dow Jones down 3.51, S&P 500 down 4.01. The market is absolutely tanking. 6,240 decliners to 1,371 advancers. The market's on fire. Don't touch the floor. It's hot lava. The VIX is down 29.43%. Look at it go. Look at it go. IWM down 4.65. How much is the SPY? Let's check the SPY real quick. Down 4%. IWM down 4.7. Tesla down 9.16. Amazon down 7.94. Cinemark down 6.21. Doge is down 6%. Bitcoin is down 8.99. 9%. GME is down 7.38. HYMC is up 11.81. Hood is down 3.03, and AMC is down 7.22. Our inflow versus outflow is more inflow by $4 million. So far, we've traded 24.05 million shares for the day today. Let's figure out and see what the pace will be before the end of the day. We got about 17 minutes left. We're looking to probably trade really close to 25 million shares for the end of the day today. That's definitely within the 20 to 40 million shares I said. We have more buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI of 38.16. On the daily, we have more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 36.87, which is below average. On the hourly, we have more selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI of 36.66. On a 30-minute interval, we have more buying pressure than selling pressure with multiple dips today, at least twice. Two dips outside of RSI being too low, with RSI currently at 34.93. Signaled for oversold twice. On a 5-minute interval, again, multiple dips into the oversold region. 1, 2, 3, 4 dips into the oversold region for the day today. With equal amounts of buying and selling pressure right now. Getting a little bit of a pick-me-up here towards the end of the day. BioLife says, I blame Missy Shaw for all my transgressions while you were gone, Casey. I don't know what happened. LCAP, how's it going? What am I anticipating for tomorrow? Well, I anticipated this down drop today. Historically speaking, with a red day on Thursdays, we typically tend to see green days on Fridays, more often than not. But it's actually it's one of our second highest percentages that we have. We have the second highest chance we have at having a green day any single week of a day of the week would be on Fridays when we have red days on Thursdays. So this actually sets us up for a good green day for tomorrow, but not necessarily the case if the whole market's going to tank again. I do expect that there will be, I'm assuming they're going to probably do another cash infusion into the market again. I haven't seen what the reverse repo was for the day today. Let me just check that real quick and see if I can find it. Because if it's over 1.8 trillion, $1.844 trillion. Let me check something real quick here. Our mean time between failures is just absolutely like really getting blown up right now. Our last time was probably about a week or two, 2.5 weeks right here. This was about 2 weeks. This was maybe a week, no, maybe like a couple days. This one was 3 days. It's looking bad. This economy's tanking, man. It's tanking. 30, 32. 32. Are they gonna wait for it to get to 35 again? I don't know. I can't imagine that they wait for this to get to 35 before they throw another cash infusion. If they don't, then the thing's gonna just spiral out of control. But it's getting close. I did. I did have a good day. We went out to Top Golf, did a little Top Golf, did Tumble 22, the chicken place. It was pretty good. Did I have a good afternoon? Oh wait, you already answered that. Let me see here. Susquehanna 683, Simplex, Citadel, Jane Street, Group 1T, and IMC. What do those 7 companies have in common? All but one. 6 of those 7 companies have in common. They've all gone long on AMC. 6 out of 7 of the top 7 hedge funds have gone long on AMC. You know, I kind of wondered about that before AP as far as Top Golf breaking the game. I take my own clubs, and quite honestly, it's no different than hitting at a practice range. Hal 9000 says to lend out shares. I don't think so. I'm talking about their call and put positions. So I'll drag it over here so you guys can see real quick. This is Fintel's reporting of the last quarter. We'll start at the top. We'll go in order of most heavily shorted companies on with the most short interest against AMC. Susquehanna has a 15.3 million call position to a 12.6 million put position in shares. So you got to remove 2 zeros, and it tells you how many contracts. But um, this one's kind of like one of those ones where it could just be natural hedging, and it's not necessarily specifically one direction or the other. You know, Ty had made a mention about this earlier this morning, and I said, yeah, you're right. I mean, legitimately, it could be. You know, even though there's 2 million more or 3 million more rather in a position here towards calls, it's kind of questionable. You'd have to see the breakdown. 683 is one of the only companies out of the top 7 that has a much larger put position than calls. They have 6.7 to 2.3 million in calls. Simplex, they have 5 million to 3.8 million in calls to puts. Citadel has 7 million to 3.7. Jane Street has 13.7 million calls to 3.2 million puts. Group 1. Group 1 has 5.9 to 2.8 million calls to puts. And IMC. IMC Chicago has 3.1 million to 2.7. Now this one's the closest. 3.1 million to 2.7. This was probably legitimately the only one that I would say like, yeah, this one's kind of like. I mean, they do own shares, and they are 3-1 and 2-7, 2.7. This one's kind of just a hedge position. I don't know if I'd necessarily say this is specifically long yet. So there might be two out of the 7 that aren't necessarily short positions. Casey, it's scary to be long right now on mega cap stocks, huh? Happy to be in one stock with you. You know, if you're gonna be anywhere, if you're gonna be anywhere in a market like this as a long position, you're gonna want to be where everybody's holding. That's for sure. Nosa says I've read an article by Bloomberg saying that AMC is a safe place to save the money nowadays. I mean, seriously, like legitimately, if you know that people are going to hold long on a company when the market's downturning, it's not a bad place to be. Tater Tot said 6 out of 7 gone long. We are going to be so effing rich. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You know, if you got one of those coworkers that says AMC is not a good buy, you go ask them. You say, hey, how come all the hedge funds are going long on AMC? See what they do. See what their answer is. Cinco de Mayo, guys. It is Cinco de Mayo. Eat a taco. Have a margarita. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive, guys. Just because I do it here in the Big Tramp doesn't mean you can do it. I want you guys to remember, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible. Hand your keys over to somebody else if you're drinking. There's no shame in handing the keys to somebody else to drive. That's not also drunk. Can't just be just anybody. Get it? I mean, there's a lot of ride shares these days. There's a lot of different apps you can use to get a ride if you need to. How difficult is it for you to not be able to say how rich you think will be? I'm not sure if I understand that question, Cookie. I think I understand the question, but I don't I don't like to talk about it. It's like one of those things where it's like I feel like I'd be jinxing it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that's like you never say that. You never you never fully acknowledge it. You never go full retard. You're right, ABC. It 100% missed SSR again. Who would benefit? Who would benefit from driving down the price and not allowing hedge funds to be able to print synthetic naked shorts? Who? Who would benefit from that? People who are loaning shares. That's the only answer. Our brokers. Well, guys, it's been a fun day because I was not here. I was not sitting here the whole time. I was actually legitimately going out and having fun. It's been a fun day for me. I hope you guys have a fun night tonight, celebrating Cinco de Mayo, having margaritas, eating tacos, doing all the fun stuff that people do. But it is that time of the day. Eat, sleep, drink those tacos and margaritas. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. Spend time with your pets. Go out and do something tonight for crying out loud. It's Cinco de Mayo. May the Sith be with you. But above all else, don't have a good night. Have a great night.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
Should have a good forward leg now in SM.
You sound good.
Discovery Houston, negative return.
Copy, negative return.